So, brothers and sisters, whose vision you want to accomplish?
所以，各位弟兄姐妹，你们想要拥有谁的意向呢？
Your organizational vision, your personal vision,
你个人的意向或你机构的意向吗？
or God's vision?
是上帝的意向，
God's vision, right?
是上帝的意向吧？是吗？同样吗？
I only notice only few women nodding head. All the guys said, I don't care God's vision. I will pursue my ambition. All you guys repent your sin.
相信我们都不会是想要追求自己个人的野心的。
In Habakkuk 2:14,
在
God says
2章4节说，
the glory of God will cover the world.
认识耶和华荣耀的知识会充满全地。
The knowledge of God, which is the gospel of Jesus Christ, will fill the earth. Someday He will fulfill it because He started.
耶稣基督的福音就是上帝的知识，有一天就要遍满全地，因为他承诺要如此。
How do you know that God's vision is fulfilled?
我们要怎么确认上帝的意向已经完成了呢？
How do you know that God's vision will be fulfilled in the future?
你怎么保证上帝的应许在未来一定会达成？
Revelation 7:9, Revelation 5:9, it's already done. It's already fulfilled in God's perspective.
在上帝的眼中，在启示录5章和7章都告诉我们，上帝的意向会完成。
Countless multitude will come from all the nations and peoples and languages and tribes, Minjo, whatever you call, everyone will hear the gospel of Jesus Christ someday.
在启示录告诉我们，在宝座前，在高人的宝座前，会有各国、各民、各族、各方的人聚在他面前。有一天，他们要认识耶稣。
But would you obey the God's vision?
但是，你会顺服上帝心中的意向吗？
Or would you obey and follow your personal vision and personal organizational vision?
还是会追求自己的野心和个人机构的意向呢？
I'm not a Minjo. I'm not a minority. I'm a majority because I'm from Korea. We are Korean. We are the majority.
我们韩国人是很强硬的。
But does God have a plan for the majority?
但是上帝对我们有一个他自己的心意。
Yeah, God said He will cover every nation, every people, every tribe, every language with the glory of God.
不只是韩国人，还有各国、各民、各族、各方的人，都是上帝要找寻的人。
So we have a great hope in God's vision.
所以我们在上帝的意象中找到我们的盼望。
In order to fulfill the God's dream, then you have to go to the place that's not covered yet with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
如果我们要成全上帝的心意，我们就必须要到达那些还没有被福音触及到的地方。
In this global map, which is nation is not covered most.
在这张图片上，你们可以看到哪个地区是最容易看出没有被福音触及的呢？
Which country?
哪一个国家呢？
That's right.
对，就是印度。
Why me and my wife decide to go to India? Not because we have a missionary calling for India. I don't ever believe in the Bible said you are called for Taiwan or you are called for China. Jesus said go to all the nations, all the peoples, all the languages, all the tribes, and preach the gospel, make a disciple. It doesn't matter which country you are in, but our end result and vision is go to all the nations. That is a Jesus command.
圣经里面从来没有说你要去印度或是去任何一个国家，但是耶稣说你们要去万国、各个国家、各个族群、各个语言当中把福音传到当中。所以我们不是专门偏爱印度而已。
In 1984, I was assigned to Philippines, working among the Muslim campus, Mindanao. I obeyed, I went. And then I realized that India has most number of unreached people, unengaged people. So me and my wife said, okay, we will go. We obey the God's mission and God's vision.
在1982年，我参加顺服上帝参加了一个特会，而在那个特会当中，他们呼召我们去前往印度，而我顺服了。
Only because India has most number of unreached people, unsaved people.
是因为在印度当中有很多比例非常高的未得之民、未得救的人。
1.3 billion, almost same as the China population.
12亿9千万的人口，相当于像是中国一样的人口。
It doesn't matter reach out those unreached people groups has no pastor, no missionary, no Bible, and no believer among them.
不在乎你去哪个国家，而在乎你是否触及到未得之民。他们没有圣经，没有宣教士，没有牧师，也没有教会。
Because we are disciples of Jesus Christ, we obey the God's vision as Paul obeyed the vision from God.
就像保罗顺服从上帝来的意象一样，我们是耶稣基督的门徒，我们就要顺服他。
But when we go to those unreached people, what should we do?
但是当我们要触及这些未得之民的时候，我们该做什么呢？
We cannot do it personally.
我们不能够只是留在个人的交谈上。
We cannot finish it with our own organization self.
我们也不可能只是靠我们一个人的机构来完成。
We cannot fulfill God's Father's dream with our own nation's resources.
我们不能够成全天父的心意，如果我们只是一个国家在成全。
God gave us a body of Jesus Christ in all over the world.
上帝赐给我们整个基督的肢体。
God gave us missionaries. God gave us pastors. God gave us churches in our nation and in all the nations of the world.
上帝给我们宣教师、牧师，还有世界各地的普世教会。
We need to work together
我们必须要一起打工，
to save all the people in the world.
去拯救这世界上的人们。
All the local church, you can pray, you can support the missionary, and you can go as a short-term team, you can go as a long-term missionary.
作为本地教会，我们可以祷告，我们可以差派短宣或长宣，关顾宣教士。
Missionary who are working in nations can provide the information and strategy.
宣教士可以提供当地的策略和他们的资讯，
And the missionary can provide the workers and resources.
而教会可以提供资源。
When you go to overseas, you don't know how to preach the gospel in their languages, but missionaries have done the work, translated materials and Bibles.
当你到一个新的国家的时候，你可能不知道怎么用当地的语言跟他们传福音，但是在当地的宣教士可以帮助你开始了解。
And the mission organizations, they can provide the resource and training and their information of where the unreached people live.
而差会或宣教机构能够提供当地的资讯，或是你所需要收到的装备和训练。
IMB has an excellent resource about the people's groups information, where to go, who they are.
可以提供非常精确而且好的资讯给我们知道我们该往哪里，要向哪些人传福音。
And the national church can also provide the workers, believers.
而在当地的教会也可以提供他们本地的同工。
National church, indigenous church has the informations, on-site informations. It's not available for outsiders.
当地的教会、本地的教会可以提供一些外面无法搜集到的资讯，是非常有用的。
And the national local church can provide the context to where we want to go.
而他们本地的教会可以提供我们一个脉络，一个可以让我们知道该怎么在那个地方生活。
It's like a full leg on the table.
就很像一个四角的桌子一样。
When we work together, we can finish the task, fulfill God's Father's dream. Not your organization dream. You can do it with yourself. But God's Father's dream, we have to work together. All the bodies of Jesus Christ.
如果我们只是要自己前往、自己完成自己的任务，那很好，你可以自己完成。但是如果我们要完成天父的心意的话，我们就必须要合一同工。
First, India, when we went there, we did a survey starting from whatever the information available on website, but actually we did the local research.
在触及到印度的未得之民之前，我们有先做了调查。这个调查不只是在网络上面找寻资料，也是派人实地去探访，去了解他们的状况。
So we hired the local researcher, do the research by village level, by district level, where the local UUPGs are, what's the population of UUPGs in by local level.
所以我们邀请了当地的学者，从每个小村落到县市，一层一层往上调查，他们有哪些族群。
First time in the world history, we could identify the UUPG by villages for the whole country, India.
历史上第一次，我们可以用这样调查的方式，知道每一个在印度里面的族群。
Ultimately, this on-site research, local research must be done for all the UUPGs in the world.
我们 相信这样的调查要实施到世界上每一个未得之名的族群中。
China never done.
中国从来没有完成过。
We still have to do this village level.
我们还是需要进入到每一个村落去这样的调查。
Yeah, Chinese, you're smart. You figure out what to do.
你们中国人华人应该知道该怎么做。
In a survey, we got to know where the UEPs are, how many people are, what the religion is.
在这个调查当中，我们知道有多少的族群或人能够在里面。
And also find out where we can find the workers.
我们也找到说在哪边我们可以找到可以配搭的同工。
Churches almost everywhere in the world, but where can we find the right worker for that people group?
教会虽然遍布全球，但是我们要怎么样能够找到适合的同工的教会？
And then after we gather all the information, where are the lost people? Where can we find the workers? Then we can make a coverage plan.
所以当我们有了这些讯息之后，我们需要把它整合，形塑出一个计划。我们该去怎么样找到这群人？他们在哪里？
So India, we gather our leaders and workers together 3 times a year, and we do the survey again, and we make a coverage plan for the next 4 months.
所以我们在印度是这样，我们每一年会召集所有的同工3次。我们在这些聚集里面，我们会再重新做调查，一起来看到。
Some of organizations very spiritual but not scientific.
很多机构他们非常的属灵，但是他们不知道怎么样实践这样的计划。
You're very emotional, but you don't know what to do, how to do.
如果我们很情绪化，但是却不知道该怎么办的话，那很难。
So we have to be very scientific, identify, locate the people groups, and make a strategies, and also make a plan what to do, how to do, and how much we're going to accomplish within period time.
所以我们必须要非常精确的知道说有哪一些人是我们要去触及的，而该怎么样制定策略，他们在哪里。
Once we have a plan that what should we do, I can explain to you how we through our own experience. First, as Jesus said, go find the person of peace. We try to locate the person of peace open to the gospel of Jesus Christ.
所以我们到底该怎么做呢？我们要依照耶稣给我们的指示，首先我们要去找到哪一些人是最愿意向耶稣基督的福音敞开的。
And then the person of peace gather their families, their relatives.
而他们叫做和平之子，那他们会去找寻到他们的朋友或亲戚来一起来听福音。
This strategy is excellent strategy.
这是一个非常精湛的这个策略。
You know why?
你知道为什么吗？
Because Jesus told his disciples.
因为耶稣告诉他的门徒，
Luke chapter 10 and Matthew chapter 10.
路加福音第10章和马太福音第10章。
Before Jesus sent out 12 disciples, before Jesus sent out 70 disciples, Jesus said, pray for workers, go find the person of peace.
耶稣在差派12门徒和70个门徒的之前，他告诉他们说：“你们要找到那个和平之子。”
Jesus never talked about the platform. Jesus never talked about any tools and resources. He talked about go find the people that God chose to save.
是的，耶稣从来没有告诉门徒说你们要有什么策略、什么平台、什么工具。他告诉门徒说，你们去找到那一个愿意已经被上帝拣选的人。
God already prepared the people that He want to save. So you go, you prayer, go find those kind of people.
上帝早就已经预备好那个人了，只是告诉我们说我们要去祷告，然后找到他们。
We got to depend on our scientific research and plan.
我们不能够依靠我们精确而且科学的方法。
But when we get there in the field, we totally depend on God, work spiritually to find those people that God prepared.
是要透过这些工具来依靠上帝。当我们到达那个地方的时候，找到这群和平之子。
Don't worry, God always prepared the people that He want to save.
不要忧虑，因为上帝已经预备好他要拯救的人们。
How do you know?
你怎么知道？
Because that's what they said in Revelation 7 and 9, Revelation 5, 9. God has countless a multitude He already prepared for every nation, every peoples, every tribe, every languages, including Muslims, Hindus, and Buddhists.
上帝早就已经承诺说，他在启示5章和第7章说，在每一个族群、每一个语言、每一个国家当中有属于他自己的人。
When you find the person of peace, what should we do?
当我们找到一个和平之子之后，下一步该怎么办呢？
We share the gospel.
我们分享福音。
Just Just like John chapter 4, Samaritan woman, my story, personal testimony, and the gospel of Jesus Christ.
就像是约翰福音第4章里面讲到的故事一样，我们也一样，我们要分享我们的故事和主耶稣的故事。
That's what Jesus did.
这就是耶稣所做的事。
That's what Apostle Paul did.
就是使徒保罗做的
Then
事。
what would you do?
那你想要怎么做呢？
What would you do when you find the personal peace that God decided to save?
当你找到上帝要拣选的那个和平之子的时候，你会怎么做呢？
When you follow the Jesus instruction, share your testimony, share the gospel.
你会跟随耶稣的教导去分享你的故事和耶稣的福音。
Then we have to ask where we should share the gospel. House.
而我们在哪里传福音呢？是在他们的家里面，
And then we share the gospel with the village.
他们的村落当中，
Yeah, invite the whole village people.
他们邀请了整个村落来听福音。
And then make sure that always we invite them to receive Jesus Christ and invite Jesus Christ in their heart as personal Lord and Savior.
不只是分享福音，你要提醒他们要接纳、接待主耶稣成为他们个人的救主。
After we preach the gospel, we make sure that we baptize people.
我们分享完福音之后，我们要确保我们真的有为他们施洗。
And then Jesus also instructs us, go heal the sick people, cast out demons.
耶稣也教导我们要去医治和释放他们。
So when we met the girl in UP and she got sick, so we prayed in the field, she got healed and she believed in Jesus.
有个故事是我们医治了一个女孩，而她就相信了耶稣。
And the Haryana stayed, this guy's a monk, Hindu monk, he received Christ and then he now preaching the Jesus to everywhere where the Hindu temple is.
这个哈里亚纳州的哈里亚纳的省，这个曾经是印度教的巫师，但他信主之后就成为了一个传道人。
And the one time the woman was a demon possessed, the husband brought the woman to us, we prayed, cast out demons in the mighty name of Jesus, and she got healed. The whole family received Christ. They started house church in their home.
有一个妇人被鬼附，她的丈夫跑来找这群宣教士，而他们把鬼赶出去之后，全家信主。
And then make sure that we collect offering from the new believer.
我们也要新信徒来操练怎么样奉献。
It's nothing to do with the self-supporting, which is the Western missionary trying to do. This is a part of worship. The first believer, first time they giving the offering by thanking God for their salvation and glorifying God.
我们不是因为缺钱，而是因为要让他们用一个敬拜的心来奉献。
So that God's vision fulfilled. He want to cover the village on these people, and He want to receive the glory. The offering is part of glorifying God.
所以上帝的心意是要从这些各个村庄里面的印度的村庄里面的人得到荣耀，不过是透过敬拜还是奉献各样的方式。
Mission is giving Jesus and receiving glory for God.
宣教就是让耶稣得到他当有的荣耀。
And then the personal family, new church, start another church.
而这个原本的和平之子的家就开始往外拓展，建立起更多的教会。
We teach new believer, share the gospel. So they share the gospel with their friends, their relatives, next village.
我们教导新信徒怎么样分享福音，向他的朋友或者是邻居，然后接下来我们再移动到下一个村落，
Then how church grow and multiply.
让这些教会成长而且增长繁殖。
Before they live in darkness, they live in the shadow of death.
他们离开了黑暗，离开了死亡的阴影。
Through Jesus, they receive the great light and they receive the peace and happiness and salvation.
因为耶稣他们得到了永恒的救恩和喜乐。
The personal life transformed, family life transformed, the village transformed. Now we have hope.
个人的生命翻转，朋友之间的生命翻转，整个村庄的生命都翻转，于是我们有了盼望。
But that's not the end. We produce workers, pray for workers, produce workers from that new believers.
但不只是这样，我们不只是传福音，我们还要训练新的工人。
Appoint the head of the house as a house church leader.
我们要指派信徒里面有成为领袖的人。
So workers is not from outside, we raise the workers inside among their people groups.
所以工人不再是从外来的援助，而是他们自己本身内部的人。
So from the new believer, we make them house church leader. We make them house church leader to cover the pastor who knows how to plant church, and then village pastor become a district to cover the bigger regions, population segment, and make them the state coverage coordinator, and then make a national coverage coordinator, and then send them out to become an international coverage coordinator, covering the world with the glory of God.
我们从一般的家庭教会的领袖开始，慢慢培养他们成为牧者，而牧者知道怎么样建立教会，之后再让他们管理更多的不同的牧区，而之后我们培养出国际的这样的一个统筹。我们这样希望可以用这样的方式来涵盖或是遍满全球。
Our goal is not living and dying in India. Our goal is producing workers so we can go together to reach out the whole world.
我们宣教士的目的不是说我们就以后就永远住在印度，然后死在那个地方，而是我们要培养当地的信徒起来，然后跟他们一起同工。
Right now we have a 14 coverage coordinator with, we call it strategy coordinator, who are just like me, who knows how to share the gospel, how to make a disciples.
目前我们机构有像我这样14个这样子国际间的领袖，
And they know how to produce, disciples and plant churches and produce workers.
我们知道怎么样培育门徒，怎么样建立教会。
Then we have 56 regional coordinator, 500 local church pastors, 2,000 out church pastors, 10,000 local churches.
我们有56个区域性的统筹，500个当地教会的牧者，2000多个家庭教会的牧师，还有1万多个教会的领袖。
We engaged more than 570 UEPGs last 10 years.
我们接触了超过517个为的之名，
Largest number of UEPGs ever engaged in shortest period of time in world mission history.
在过去的世界历史当中，他们从来都没有被接触过，被福音触及。
And then we share the gospel with more than 15 million families.
而我们跟超过1500多个家庭分享过。
We visit more than 200,000 villages and share the gospel.
我们到各个村落和县市传福音。
But you know what we keep tracking?
但是你知道我们真的目标是什么？
Number of workers. Keep tracking.
我们继续跟踪，继续跟进这些工人。
Why we have to keep tracking the workers' number?
为什么我们要继续跟进他们呢？
Because Jesus said, before you enter any village, any city, any people, any nations, you pray for workers. So this is the answer of our prayer.
而就是因为耶稣告诉我们，当你们进入到每一个村庄、每一个城市当中，你们要去找到神的工人，所以这是为什么我们要跟进他们的原因。
Mission is not you doing for them.
宣教不是你自己一个人可以完成的。
Mission is go produce workers just like you, according to John chapter 14, verse 12.
宣教是像约翰福音第4章那样，你就要进到当中，而且把他们训练成跟你一样的工人。
Jesus said, whoever believes will do what I'm doing, will do more than what I'm doing.
耶稣说，凡相信我的，就要做我所做的事，而且不只像我这样做，还要做得更多。
Jesus' vision for us is we becomes like him, becomes like a worker for God.
耶稣对我们的心意是，我们可以像他一样，我们可以成为神国的工人。
At the end, when we reach the unreached people group, make sure that they will reach out another unreached people in their country or other part of the world.
当我们接触到一个未得之名的时候，我们要确保这一群未得之名也能够去触及其他的未得之名。
One example, last year, we went up in Nepal with our Indian workers and believers. We share the gospel and then we recruit the young people from the unreached people.
去年我跟我们的印度的弟兄姐妹一起到尼泊尔去帮助那边的教会。
And the Nepal Indian church collected money and offering to help earthquake victims in Nepal last year.
在印度本地的教会募集资金来到尼泊尔。
So Indian church was helping Nepal, the victim, just like a Korean church, American church, Chinese church, helping the poor people in India.
所以现在印度的教会也开始要学习，像是之前的中国、美国、韩国的宣教士来到印度来帮助他们一样。
Although 70% of the Indian population, the women cannot read, they are underprivileged.
在印度70%以上的女性是没有办法阅读或是
So we need more women workers, missionaries from your church.
所以我们需要找到这一群牧养他们的工人。
And also, teaching and training and program is not enough. We have to raise the local pastors, indigenous pastors, who can pastor the church that we start.
短期的培训或训练是不够的，所以我们需要兴起当地的领袖来牧养教会。
Then how shall we then lead?
我们呢？我们该怎么样活？
What should we do?
我们该做什么？
First, at least adopt one people group from this list.
我们至少可以从开始认领一个会的之名，我们每个人手上都有拿到这个优先31名。
Let this people group become your people group.
让这一群会的之名成为你个人认领的，
Let these people become your people.
让他们跟我们居民在一起，
Pray for them day and night.
为他们日夜的祷告，
And then save the money and find the time to visit them.
开始存钱，开始过简朴生活，然后可以去探访。
And recruit other people from your church, from other church, go as a short-term mission team or go as a long-term missionary.
在你的教会或身旁的弟兄姐妹当中，招募，让一起去形成一个表宣队。
And then support the national workers, local workers.
我们支持国际间也有当地的同工。
Why?
为什么呢？
Because where we go, the place, there's no church, no believers,
因为我们要去的地方是没有教会，也没有信徒的地方，
no mission organizations working among the people group.
没有任何宣教机构在那些为了之名当中。
When we send our Indian workers, when we send our Chinese workers, the place that they're going, no offering, no money, no prayer for them.
因为我们所差派的印度宣教士或中国宣教士，他们是在那个地方是不会得到支持的。
Just like the Jerusalem church and their church, pray for Apostle Paul and Barnabas and support them. Your local church can support the national workers.
所以我们作为本地教会或信徒，我们要像是安提阿教会和耶路撒冷教会支持保罗和巴拿巴的工作。
My time is up.
我的时间到了。
Several of you